Hey guys, I'm on recipe here. Welcome back to my kitchen. I've been here for a while, but today guys I bring you potato tacos. It's very easy but also very economic because right now, damn, the things are expensive. But also not just economic, they're really delicious. Very Mexican flavor. So vamos a empezar. For this recipe you're going to need 2.5 pounds of brown potatoes, 20 to 25 grande tortillas, 2 liters of water, all depends how big your pot is. Maybe you need a little more, maybe you need a little less. 1 cup and 4 tablespoons of oil. 1 queso fresco 10 onzas. 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flours. 1 tomato, a quarter of onions. 3 chiles California or pasilla, whatever you prefer. 2 garlics. 1 tablespoon of salt. Half a tablespoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of cumin. 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. 1 cup of water, 2 tomatoes, a quarter of an onion, 2 garlics, and 10 stems of cilantro. Optional ideas for topping: lettuce, tomatoes, crema, and radish. And if you want a very spicy salsa, that also good too. So I'm gonna start by preheating my water, 2 liters of water. That'll take probably like 10 minutes until it starts boils. I'm gonna preheat water so I can hydrate my chiles pasillas. Alright, so we are going to peel our chiles. So take the seeds. The first, I usually do with scissors, but I don't have it. I lost my scissors. So what I'm gonna do is just take the top and then just be careful, don't cut yourself. But that's what I'm gonna do. Open it up and then just take the seeds. Clean it, take it. The difference between chile California and chile pasilla, this is chile California, is not really spicy. I like it not too spicy because my girls don't like to eat spicy things, so that's the reason. And we only gonna use 3. So my water is kind of already hot, bring it to boil. I'm just gonna put my chiles there, and to this point, I'm not gonna even let my stove like boil. I'm just gonna, because I still gonna prepare my potatoes, I'm gonna just turn it up and they're gonna hydrate it. The water is hot. To this point, I'm just gonna peel all my potatoes. I'm gonna use with my knife, but if you have a peeler, do it with a peeler. So now that I have like that, I'm gonna do with every single one the same thing. So we're done with our potatoes peeling, and now we're gonna cut it. Okay guys, there's 2 ways you can do the potatoes. You can cook it in the water just like that. That will take like probably 1 hour and 20 minutes. So we're gonna do the faster way. Peel it and cut it, and we're gonna cut it in kind of the same size so they cook almost in the same time. We don't want it to leave some are really big and some are really small. So just trying to do kind of the same size, you see? So that way they'll cook all at the same time. So this one is gonna take probably like between 15 to 20 minutes since the moment you put it and start boil. So also I'm gonna add my salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of salt. So I'm gonna put my potatoes. To this moment it should take 15 to 20 minutes to cook. So we already add the salt, so when the potatoes taking them out, they already will have salt. I said again, you might need a little bit more water, you might need a little bit less. This is 2 liters of water because my pot is a little bit wide. Sometimes it can be a little smaller, but it's better to have more water than less. And my potatoes, they all need to be covered in water, as you guys can see. And we're gonna cook it in a medium heat. So we're gonna start our timer. And as you can see, I have my chili here already. So it's hydrated. Now you can definitely tell, like, look, it's not boiling it, but it's in the hot water. That's only what it takes. Okay, so now we're gonna make the salsa. We're gonna put in the potatoes. So we are going to use tomatoes, and because we are not using any water, we're using just the tomatoes and the chili. So we wanna cut the tomatoes small, so we have kind of a liquid in the blender, so it'd be too heavy in the blender. So we have our tomatoes and the quarter of onion. Just cut it down and take the layer. And said again, I'm cutting a little small, so because I'm not adding any liquid, so it'll be easy in my blender. My blender is pretty powerful, but some people might don't have the blender. 2 garlics, 2 garlics there. Half a tablespoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of cumin. That's go right there. My teaspoon of salt. I have my chiles here. As you guys can see, I put it in hot water like for 10 minutes. That's what it takes to hydrate it. So to this point, we're just gonna blend that up. I'm gonna also cover my potatoes. So we're gonna use 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm gonna preheat the oil, but I'm not gonna make it really hot because that's gonna splash. So what I'm gonna do is just cook this one to give it the flavor, so to marinate all the flavors to come together. And you're gonna have to stir this one because if you don't do that, it's gonna splash and it's gonna make a lot of mess. And your stuff, if you put it when the oil is really hot, that's gonna happen. We wanted to bring it to boil, to cook all, because the tomato and the onions and the garlic are not cooked. But we have it in medium heat. That's what we're gonna do. Just when you be here, just don't leave it unattended because it's gonna be if you do that, it's gonna splash everything all over. It starts kind of boil, but I wanted to let it boil for a little bit because it's very little. It's like a paste, so we need to stir it. Like when as soon as that boil, move it. You see, and it start dumping. Okay, so this one definitely medium heat, probably for sure 6 minutes. Just that's all it needs. Okay, so I already cooked and I cook it for 6 minutes, so it's done. It's boiled. So this point I'm just gonna turn it up. You see, you can taste it. It's amazing. So this is my space that I'm gonna use for my potato. I still have my blender. I'm not gonna clean my blender because I'm gonna make another salsa for the topping. So we're gonna leave that like that to give you a little bit of flavor for the other one. So I'm gonna check my potatoes. My potatoes should be done also too. See, you can do it by checking with a knife. If it goes through, and it goes through already, so I'm just gonna turn it off. I'm just gonna smash it like that. Now that I have my potato kind of semi-smashed, I'm gonna just put on my sauce. The thing is gonna give it the flavor, and we don't want it to like the sauce to put too much water because we're making some tacos, so we want the potatoes to stay in the tacos. Smash it. Queso fresco. We're just gonna smash it like that. And this is also something that's going to keep the flavor. We're gonna just move it, and we're still gonna be smashing it. 1/4 of a cup of flour. We're gonna add this thing. The reason that we're adding this thing is so when we fry, the potato doesn't come out of the tacos. And to this point you can try, and he needs salt, but it's perfect, don't need any salt. You're just gonna let it cool down for a little bit, and that's pretty much done. Make sure all the flour is all incorporated. So in the meantime, we're gonna let this one rest for a little bit. Okay guys, so we're gonna make another salsa. This is kind of optional, but not optional. This one will give you a little bit, a lot of flavor. I have my blender dirty with the ones with the flavor a little bit I made for this one, so that's gonna give you a little bit of kick too. This one, I'm not going to make it spicy at all. If you want it to be a little bit spicy, you like spicy, you can add some chile de árbol or any other chile you like. This is kind of like a broth, something like that. So I'm gonna put my 2 tomatoes, my 2 garlics, and my 1/4 an onion. And I am going to add a teaspoon chicken bouillon, cup of water to this point. 2 tablespoons of oil. Gonna put 2. I have like 10 stems of cilantro. I'm just gonna cut it now. We're gonna put it to the broth when we cook it. We're just gonna get it ready when our broth is boiled. So my oil is hot. I'm just gonna add my broth. I just add a little bit of water so I can clean my blender. And we are just gonna let it boil. Probably take like 10 minutes. Okay, so to this point I'm gonna just preheat my tortillas. I'm just gonna use this pan, it's big. And I am using tortillas grandes. They're not small. We just wanted to cook it to be flexible so they don't break when we make the tacos. This one is almost boiled. The only thing that we need when we heat that, we wanted to just see, you see, it's flexible, like we can just do like that and doesn't break. Okay guys, so you guys also know this one is a yellow tortilla and this is white. You can choose, you can pick either one. I like the yellow one. Both are really good. This one has a little bit different flavor, but also this one is good. You can choose whatever it is. Just give you an option. Okay, so my salsa is done. It's been boiled. It takes like 10 minutes medium heat. So now that I have my cilantro, I'm just gonna put my cilantro on there. And to this point, I'm just gonna turn it up. Okay guys, now that I have my potatoes, look, they kind of a little cooled down already, and I have my tortillas already heat up, which is one we're just gonna make the tacos. You can put a little bit or as much as you want. You want to put it in the middle like that. Just gonna close it. When I said again, you can put a lot or a little bit. Trying to also put it in the middle. You see how I did? It's not too much in the end. 1 cup oil, so I'm gonna just put this one here because this is a small one. It doesn't use a lot of oil. If I were to put in that one, I will need a lot more oil because it's really big in the spray. So this one will fit 2 tacos there. Just gonna let it probably takes like 2 minutes to get it really hot. The way you guys gonna know that the oil is getting hot, if you put the spoon, it's gonna boil, and the way it's gonna be start getting hotter, and then it's gonna move much quickly. I'm gonna just close it a little bit like that. Okay guys, so you guys can see, you can guys make it as brown as you guys want. Though that these tortillas, they were a little yellow, so you cannot tell a lot the difference how crunchy they are. So we're gonna put it in the paper towel so that we will drain it. Hey look, this one is white. You cannot definitely tell when it's going to be brown. Okay guys, so I have my lettuce, my toppings here. I'm only gonna use half of it because probably not gonna go through that one today. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just cut it as thin as I want, or as big as I want. Or you can, but it looks better and it tastes better if you cut it kind of thin. Now we're gonna do our topping for our tomatoes. So we're gonna cut that part, and we're gonna kind of cut a little square. Okay guys, so I already fried my whole tacos. I'm done. I'm gonna turn it off. This is not set. I'm just put it in here so that way I can drain it with the oil. Okay guys, so I have my potato tacos here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna open it. I'm gonna put as much or as little lettuce you want. A little tomato. Now that I have my tacos over there, I'm gonna put my broth. This one will give it a really good flavor. And now that I have that, you can put a little bit of crema, not much. If you wanted to put some of this, some people use it, just cut it round, and I didn't cut that many. And that's pretty much ready to eat. You can also put avocado, salsa, whatever. Okay, alright guys, so that's it for this video. This is hopefully it's not too complicated for you guys to follow. It's something simple. I guess anybody can afford some potatoes, a little bit different twist. Give it a try. You're gonna not be disappointed. It's actually really good. So hasta la vista. Bye.